Is all the cash back you earned credit card into your first year automatically. No limit. Discover.com/yes. All right, we're going to play Dame or Deal. I'm the Blazer GM. If I would keep Dame over the trade offer, it's a Dame. If the trade offer is too good to pass up, it's Deal. And by the way, these are things that some are talked about, some perhaps not, but there's going to be more movement than people think. Go ahead, Joy.
Would you keep Damian Lillard or deal him for Anthony Davis?
Believe it or not, Dame. First of all, he's played 65-plus games every year of his career. I get a leadership quality I don't think I get with Anthony Davis. The Lakers have very limited first-round picks based on what they gave up for Anthony Davis, so I'm not doing it. I just think Dame loves basketball, and Anthony Davis at times really, really likes it. I'll take Dame.
Would you keep Dame or deal him for Jaylen Brown, Marcus Smart, and multiple first-round picks?
This is one of the rare, if I'm Portland and I know the goal is to win a championship, I would take the Celtics offer. Jaylen Brown is only 24. He has gotten better every year. He just averaged 25. Marcus Smart's only 27. Tremendous defensive player. His offense is spotty. But the Celtics have first-round picks in 22, 23, 24, and 25. I can get two of those, Jaylen and Marcus Smart. I can start to solve some of my issues, and I would be a much better defensive team without having to give up all the offense. That move I would make.
Would you keep Dame or deal him for Kawhi Leonard?
This is closer than people think. I would take Kawhi because I do think he's a plus defender. I do think on his best nights, he's the best get-a-basket, get-a-stop guy in the league. He's not a leader. That's not what I'm getting. I don't know if he plays every night. We'll see how this injury goes. But Kawhi, on his best nights, is generally the best player in every series he is in. And that includes if he played Steph in the Warriors or Luka in the Mavericks, he would be the best player.
Would you keep Damian Lillard or deal him for Bradley Beal?
I like Bradley Beal, but he's not quite as good as Dame. Dame has averaged over 25 points per game in 6 years. Beal only 3. Lillard had a higher offensive rating and a higher net rating than Beal this season. And I think Dame has, he's been in so many big games. He's been so great in those big games. I just feel like Dame's just a better clutch shot maker than Bradley Beal. I'd take Dame.
Would you keep Dame or deal him for Tyler Hero, Bam Adebayo, and Kendrick Nunn?
That's the second deal I would take. I would do that deal. So Bam wouldn't be as dominant in the West as the East, but he gives you about 19 a game and 9 rebounds. Tyler Hero is only 21, still in his rookie deal. Kendrick Nunn's really talented and cheap. So I could get even, this would allow me to move one of my bigs. That's even more to this. I would take the Miami offer.
Would you keep Dame or deal him for Paul George?
I would keep Dame. Dame is first or second best clutch player in the league. Paul is super talented, but has struggled sometimes with free throws, sometimes with shooting in big games. Paul is a better defender, and he's a tremendous player. Again, this one, like the Kawhi one's closer than you think, because I think Paul does a lot of things Kawhi does, but a better leader. I think he's a better communicator. But in this shooting league where Trae Young gets to the Eastern Conference Finals, I'll stick with Dame.
Would you keep Dame or would you deal him for Kyrie?
Oh, that's not even close. Dame. Dame's a better defender, although he's not great. He's a better leader. He's less erratic. Kyrie's won a single playoff series in his career without, like, LeBron or Durant. Kyrie is an all-time finisher, but when I think of him, I think of erratic. I can't rely on him like I can rely on Dame.
Would you keep Dame or deal him for Ben Simmons, Matisse Thybulle, and Tyrese Maxey?
I'd keep Dame. Where's my offense? I mean, Simmons, two of those guys are world-class defenders, but you can't have two of them on the floor. When Ben's on the floor, he can't shoot. So that sounds great, and I get a bunch of length but offense is winning these games, not defense. I'd keep Dame.
Would you keep Dame or deal him for Andrew Wiggins, James Wiseman, and the 7th and 14th overall picks?
I'd keep Dame. Wiggins' last 2 years has gotten worse. I don't think there's much leadership there. That feels like a bunch of B and B minuses and draft picks for an A-plus player. I'd keep Dame. Is that it?
That's it. That's a lot. Wiggins, Wiseman, and the 7th and 14th?
Yeah, but what do I know? What am I getting with 7 and 14? Wiseman, Portland's got bigs. I don't need bigs. And Wiggins is expensive, and all he can do is score. I don't get anything else with him. That's all he can do. I don't know. I'd consider it. I'd sleep on it. Boston, I'd make the move. Miami, I think I would make the move. Boston gives me a lot. Cremo presents a complete line of body wash, body bars, antiperspirants. Go to Cremo.
Talk to, you know?
So I got in trouble once. The truth. You want to hear a Colin story?
Yes.
So we were beating this team. I was quarterback. I wasn't very good. And my best friend in high school was the running back. He had already had 3 or 4 touchdowns. We were playing a team called Ilwaco, and they were worse than us, believe it or not. And we had a play where he would go in motion, and if a linebacker didn't follow him, I would just turn and throw it to him for a touchdown. And my friend Jack Jones, already had like 4 touchdowns. And so we were winning like 42-6 or something. And coaches don't like to rub it in. So we were down near the goal line, and I stopped my foot, and he went in motion, and nobody followed him. So I just threw it for a touchdown. And I went to the sideline, and my coach said, "You're uncoachable." He goes, "We led by 35 with 4 minutes left, and you're rubbing it in." And I'm like, "Well, the linebacker didn't follow him." He goes, "Sit down. You're totally uncoachable. We don't do that." And I was like, by the way, my friend, Monday in the Seattle PI got his name in the paper. So I was like, boom, took care of my bro. But the coach, I was called by my coach.
Yeah, so you were literally told you're uncoachable.
Well, he looked at me, he goes, "You're completely uncoachable."
Did he tell you not to rub it in?
He thought I should know.
See, I don't know. I'm kind of on your side there.
18.
Like, you didn't tell me. You know.
By the way, that's what I was thinking. But I don't think he was in the mood for me to have a snarky retort.
That's fair.
I thought I'd just sit down.
I wouldn't say I'm uncoachable. I'm one of those. I was one of those players. There's just a certain way you got to talk to me. I don't like you yelling and screaming in my face. Just tell me what I'm doing wrong.
Yeah.
Like, and explain it to me. So there's been a lot of speculation. Which team? Who's the guy? Who's the blankety blank that Tom thinks he's so much better than? Calling out on the shop, which he is so much better than.
We know he's better than.
It's not that he thinks that, he is. So the 49ers, Bears, and Titans all quickly emerge as potential targets for Tom Brady. But now, Colin, through his great detective work.
Labyrinth of sources.
Yeah.
Yes. Labyrinth.
We kind of narrowed it down that it's got to be Mitch Trubisky.
That's what I think.
But now, multiple sources are saying that the mystery team is actually the Raiders, who decided to stick with Derek Carr.
But Derek Carr's good.
Derek Carr is good. He's not great. He's good.
Yeah.
I don't know that he's a blankety blank.
Yeah, see, I don't think you can say blankety blank to good.
But Tom Brady is so much better.
Yeah, but if I was on the market, I'm pretty good at this, right? We're good. And we went in a show with Maverick Carter and MF somebody. And then you and I were like, you stuck with those? It wouldn't be like competent shows. Like shows that are solid. We would look at them.
It would have to be a show that everyone's like,
pathetic.
Yeah.
A pathetic show. And there are a few of those.
Well,
it just seems...
okay, so here's the thing, though. There are some things. We like the things. That's how we got to Mitch Trubisky, right? The things. Okay. So the Raiders dropped out late in the process. Remember, that's what Tom was talking about. A team that dropped out late in the process. As a source said it, the Raiders thought the Brady's request for extra things was over the top, which don't even get me started on that.
Now, where are you reading that? Is that a new info?
Yeah, this is new information. And then Brady's comment, when the full show aired, said that he ultimately wouldn't have chosen the mystery team. So that means it's not the 49ers, because that was his first choice.
Right.
So, because, it was like maybe it's Garoppolo, whatever. Eric Mancini was talking about it earlier. But he wouldn't have chosen this team to begin with. So it couldn't be the 49ers because he wanted to go there.
Okay, so I didn't have that information initially.
And he said, when I look back, I'm like, there's no bleeping way I would have went to that team but they said they didn't want me. I know what that means. I know what that feels like, and I'm going to go bleep you up because of that. And then he did bleep the Raiders up. 45-20 blowout, 33 of 45, 369 yards, and 4 touchdowns.
Well, I didn't have that information when I